So welcome to our team call for the last day of March. Woohoo!
Yay!
So anyways, so I know some of you were making that last big push to hit Success Club 5, and we have some people who made the push and are there, and we have some people who are still pushing. So Laurel, did you want to give a couple shout outs, or did you want to wait till the end?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do it. Sorry, I was waiting on trying to get Rachel on the call. So Desiree, Success Club 6.
Woo-hoo!
Yay! Antoinette is Success Club 5, and Rachel is 4 and on her way to 6. So as we speak. Actually, Rachel just hit 6. So yes, Rachel 6. I'm like texting with her right now. Sorry, guys.
That's awesome. Yay!
All right.
Awesome. And I got a couple shout outs on my side. So Claire just confirmed with Coach Relations that she is SE5. She just got that.
Yay.
Alicia is holding strong at SD6. She's been there most of the month. And then Bridget is still at 4 right now, but she is pushing for 6 by midnight. So hopefully she will get there by midnight. We're talking to her lady she has who's ready to sign up, trying to get her by midnight so we can get her in Success Club for March. So we got some good pushing going on. And then I wanted to give a shout out to Laurel because this is her biggest month of her career at Success Club 18. So
wow,
huge.
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't ever hold back. Don't ever think
ever.
I hit SC6, so I'm good. She hit 18 this month, and all that's going to do is continue to move her business forward. So good job, guys. Okay, so that brings us to our topic for the night. I'm going to go ahead and screen share. So Laurel and I were talking about what we wanted to talk to you guys about tonight, and we realized we do a lot of our team calls about giving you information as far as like, hey, do this, do that, all that kind of stuff. So what we want to do tonight is just kind of back it up a little bit and get a little bit more inspirational and really talk about setting goals and how to inspire yourself and push yourself. So tonight is talking about setting those big, scary goals, and really pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible. Okay, so, no, doesn't want to do that. Just kidding. Okay, so, you know what? I think I'm on the wrong slide. Okay, so sorry, this is the first slide. Pretend like you didn't see the second slide yet. So, so the presentation is going to be called Shoot for the Stars. We're going to talk about setting big goals, about believing in yourself, don't stop till you reach your goal, and then last, we're going to wrap it up with asking you guys to think about how we can motivate you. So kind of keep that in the back of your head of how can we motivate you to reach some of your big goals. And Laurel and I are going to kind of talk back and forth on this. So setting those big, scary goals. So your goals should scare you. So these are the things where, Laurel and I talk about setting those non-negotiables in your business. And it was so funny because just the other day we were talking and, she was saying how, well, Laura, why don't you tell them about how you set a non-negotiable and then immediately started negotiating with yourself? I thought that was hilarious.
Well, when you register for the cruise, you make an agreement with Beachbody that you will you will accrue 10 Success Club points within the first 3 months of the year. And at the time, it was, November and December, and I had just kind of hit a wall in my business because of reasons I've told you guys before, where I just didn't really step out and talk to people outside of my warm market because I just really kind of was scared. And so, November and December got really slow, and I didn't hit Success Club, not even 5. And then when I registered for this cruise and I saw, okay, you have to hit Success Club 10, and the way that it works out, you want to hit Success Club 10 every month, because the more you hit Success Club, the more you earn, onboard credit to just spend on the cruise, to be able to buy gifts for your family and stuff. It's so cool. So I was like, all right, I'm going to hit Success Club 10 every month. Like, I'm just going to do that. I have to do that. And at the time, I really didn't even have the money to reserve my spot on the cruise. I borrowed money from my mom, and I was like, I'm going to pay her back, and I'm going to hit Success Club 10 every month, and I'm not going to let her down. And so right away, I just start saying, I can't do that. That's not going to happen. There's no way. And so right away, I just started negotiating with myself back and forth, back and forth. But I did it. I signed up for this cruise, and I wanted it. And on top of that, I knew it was a way to step outside of my comfort zone and do it, because that's what I really needed, was that push. And I've not missed Success Club 10 in the year of 2015, not once. And so it's really amazing when you stop negotiating with yourself and you really just say, all right, this is my goal, and it's a non-negotiable, and it's something that I just am not going to sit here and argue with anymore. And you just do it. You just put your head down and you do it, and haven't missed it. So you guys can do it, because I was scared for so long. I was scared to talk to people. I was scared to get out there, but all of you can do it. It's really easy. Once you start, it's easy.
Yeah. And I went through the same thing, because you have to register for the cruise at the same time. And so Laurel got a spot and I got a spot, and we got them back to back. And I'm going to be completely honest, after I got my spot, I didn't even know what I had to do to keep my spot. All I knew was I got a spot on the cruise. Yay. And then I messaged my upline coach, and I was like, so how does this work? What do I have to do now? How do I keep my spot? And she was like, you have to have 10 Success Club points in the next 3 months. And I was in the same boat as Laurel, where I was like, oh crap. I have not been consistent in my business in November and December. I totally just let it slide. So I was flipping out. I was scared, but I even upgraded. When I did it, I got a bigger cabin, because I at least knew how that part worked, how you earn the money for it through Success Club points. But I didn't realize you had to get so many points in the first however often or whatever. So yeah, I was really scared. And 10 total in 3 months, or SD 10 total in 3 months. So when you get a spot, the way it works for the Success Club spot, the cruise or whatever the trip is for that year, as soon as you're granted the spot, you have 3 months to earn 10 Success Club points. So you don't have to earn them all in 1 month. But I put that goal on myself, where I wanted to earn them all in 1 month, just so that I had that locked in.
And your Success Club points accrue as dollars towards your cruise, towards the total of your cruise. So that's what makes you kind of push to, accrue those, so that it just completely covers the cost of your cruise with your Success Club points.
Yeah, so they'll break it down and say each quarter you have to earn 400 Success Club cruise dollars. And so you have to earn 40 Success Club points a quarter, because it's each point is $10. So you can kind of figure it out.
Even you guys can get on the wait list, and your Success Club points would accrue towards, if your spot came up on the wait list, your Success Club points that you've gotten so far will accrue towards that.
Yeah, because like when I first signed up as a coach over the summer, one of the first things I did was sign up for the Success Club trip that they're going on this month, I think. I didn't get a spot. I'm still like number 4,000 on the list, so I don't think they're giving me a spot. But you still get like an email like every month telling you like how much of it is paid for based off your Success Club points. So it still accrues.
The answer to that question is, yeah, she asked if you use your Success Club points for the cruise, do you not, or are you not able to use them for Summit? And no, they would count for Success Starters for Summit, and they would also accrue towards the cruise.
It's like 2 separate programs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of get like double your money.
So all you guys are like all hitting Success Club. We're all gonna have Beachbodyopoly this month. They're gonna send you a Monopoly game that's a Beachbody theme. Yay!
Okay, so anyways, so let's continue on with this. We kind of got sidetracked with a Success Club trip, but it kind of goes along with what we're talking about. So these goals should push you. So, you know, I set a non-negotiable for myself to hit Success Club 12 every month. And that's a huge push for me because when I signed up as a coach, I was pushing just to get 5, you know, and so like, my whole thing was, okay, if I can hit Success Club 5 every month, I'll be happy. And I used to look at these coaches who were hitting, who said like, oh, my non-negotiable is 10 every month. And I used to think like, gosh, like, how do they do that? That's insane to me that their non-negotiable is 10 every month. Like I can barely hit 5. But what I realized was it really comes down to setting that non-negotiable, setting that goal, and looking at it not as numbers, but looking at it as how many people can I help this month? So by me saying I want 12 Success Club points, that means I have to help 6 people a month. And so when you break it down like that, it kind of makes it easier to swallow in a sense, and you can really start to see how you're going to tackle those big, scary goals. But if you don't push yourself, you're never going to advance your business. You're never going to get better. So these goals are going to have to scare you, and they're going to have to push you. So along with that, like I was saying, you have to set these monthly goals and break them down into weekly goals. So, you know, how many of you were scrambling yesterday and today to hit Success Club 5, right? You know, like Antoinette, you rocked out and you hit Success Club 5 in like one day, right? Yeah. But you know that you are not doing that next month, right? Because that stressed you out. So what you want to do is say, okay, for me, my non-negotiable is Success Club 12. So what I'm going to do is break it down into, okay, so the first week of April, I want to be at Success Club 6. That's my goal. And that gets me halfway there in the first week of the month. So I at least have that accomplished. I can break it down into chunks. So I don't start my month going, oh my God, how am I going to get to 12? This is impossible. There's so many points. That's so many people. How am I going to do all this? All I have to focus on is, okay, this week I got to find 3 people to help. I can find 3 people in a week. That's no problem. And so breaking it down into these weekly or smaller goals and really pushing yourself in that one week to hit that goal, you're going to get there quicker and it's going to be more manageable. And this is something when Laurel and I do our weekly check-ins, and we're going to start doing that in our Push to Diamond group and in our daily check-in group. When you do that weekly tracker and you're telling your goal for the week, the first 2 weeks of the month should always be to hit Success Club. You want to hit Success Club out the gate so that then you're not worrying about it the rest of the month. I had to learn how to work this business before I could try. Yes. Yeah, you do have to learn how to work the business first. That's very true. Okay. And lastly, if you don't reach these big, scary goals, that's okay. Laura, I think you wanted to talk a little bit about this point.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to think that we push you so hard to set these goals and that if you don't hit them that, you know, it's like a bad thing. Your goals you don't set a date necessarily I mean, well, obviously you always want to hit it, and that's what your goals are, just there to push you, basically. I mean, if you don't hit it, just know that, you know, it's, I heard at Summit last year when Darren Hardy spoke, and he talked about just envisioning like a mountain, and you know, you just see that mountain and you just say, I'm going to climb that mountain, and no matter how many times you fall, you just get right back up and you keep on climbing. And you are not going to stop climbing that mountain until you get to the top of it. And so, you know, your goals, you set a date to get to the top of the mountain, but then some kind of rock comes and hits you and knocks you down or something, whatever. You know, you might not hit it then. You might not get there, but you just keep on trying. So your date is there. And of course, you're going to push for it. And that's the reason that you set a date. You know, we set goals all the time that we don't hit by that date. Shannon and I remember when we went out to lunch for the very first time, we were both like, oh yeah, I want to be diamond by, what was it, like November or something? I mean, and, you know, and then we come to each other in January and we're like, I'm struggling. Let's help each other. Let's team up, you know? So you set your goal, just to push yourself to go there. But if you don't reach it, it's okay. Just say, all right, new date is this, and put your head down and just keep on going, and don't stop what you're doing. Just be consistent with everything that you do. And I promise you, it all comes around full circle.
Yeah, there's been so many goals that I've set for myself that I haven't reached, but it doesn't stop me. It doesn't, you know, yeah, it's a bummer when, I mean, I set my goal date for diamond probably 6 times before I actually hit diamond and like legit hit diamond. But I can honestly say that when I got diamond, that it's a true diamond, that it's not like, I'm not terrified that I'm going to lose it any week, you know? So it's one of those things where you might not hit some of those big goals exactly when you want to, but when you do hit them, it's going to be when it's right and when it's going to like last. But especially for like your monthly goals, you know, I heard on a call to have like your non-negotiable goal and then your push goal. So like for me, my non-negotiable is Success Club 12 and my push goal is Success Club 16, you know? So like, I'm going to, no matter what, I'm hitting Success Club 12, but like, I want to hit Success Club 16 every month. So then that way I, you know, just when I hit that initial goal, I'm not done. I'm like, okay, well, I hit it. So now I get to cruise the rest of the month. You know, like you want to still have almost 2 goals. But then, like we said, if you don't reach them, use it as a learning opportunity and reflect on, okay, what didn't I do or what could I do better?
And then I just want to say too, just touch on the whole thing about like Shannon said, don't just, you know, rely on that first goal and cruise, because, you know, we work with so many different people, and I'm going to tell you, the people who I push, like this month, my push goal, my goal is 10 every month, and my push is 15. And so when I got to 18, I was feeling really good. And the people that I signed on at the end of the month, I feel like are going to be really great coaches. And if I had just cruised and said, okay, I hit 10, that's great, and just kind of not reached out to anybody else and kept pushing, I could have missed some really great recruits. Like, you know, I feel like these people are just so gung-ho about getting healthy and getting fit, and I can't wait to help them with that goal. And then it's like once you've done this business for a while, you start to just see, you know, you see coaches and people pretty quick. And had I just cruised this month and not reached out, I could have missed out on some great coaches for my team. Yeah. So always go for that push goal.
Yeah. And so that comes back to believing in yourself. It's easy to say, like, have these big goals, push yourself. But at the end of the day, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to do any of this. So you have to do your personal development every day. And, you know, my first probably 6 months in the business, my personal development was watching YouTube videos about Beachbody and listening to old coach calls on the podcast, listening to the Summit speeches on the podcast. If you go into the Team Beachbody podcast, they have like a whole archive of like everything, and it's amazing. And they tell you the topic on there, so you know kind of like what to expect. So like, honestly, like if one was like a program specific one and I don't really care about that program, I wasn't going to listen to it. You know, like I would skip to one that's more about like how to build momentum in your business. You know, I'd rather listen to that than something about the inside out of max 30. Like that's not going to help me in my business right now. So if you're at the stage where you feel like you just need to learn more about the business, definitely dive into some of that, but don't skimp on developing yourself as a person as well. I did, and I can tell you that it definitely put me behind the 8 ball. So I kind of said to myself, oh, well, I'm doing personal development because I'm listening to Beachbody calls, and I'm doing research on YouTube, and I'm listening to Scotty Hobbs and Melanie Mitro and, you know, all these top coaches and learning what they did, which is great because you have to know how to do the business. But I wasn't doing those personal development books like The Slight Edge and The Compound Effect and you Are a Badass and all those books now that I have been doing that are not specific to Beachbody, but are specific to building you up as a person and showing you what you can do. And that has been a huge change in my business, is doing those. So yes, focus on learning the business, but at least do, 20 minutes a day in those actual personal development books. So we're doing The Slight Edge in one of our challenge groups right now, and we can post that in our team page too if anyone needs a copy of it. We gave you guys all The Compound Effect. You guys should all be reading The Compound Effect. Those are going to be the books that really show you how this business works as far as keeping you motivated and showing you the possibilities of where and how to push yourself. And that's going to develop you as a person, and that's going to make you believe in yourself. Let's see, what does this say? You don't have it, you need to find it. Which one don't you have, Sonia? The Compound Effect? If you don't have Compound Effect, then one of us can get it to you. Laurel.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so you need to get inspired daily. So what this means is, like, there's days that I just don't want to do my personal development. I just don't. Like, I don't feel like listening to someone being super happy and being like, oh, you're the best and you can do it, and go out there and talk to people. And like, we all have those days where you're just in a crappy mood. But you know what? When you put on that, like, I do all mine as audio because I don't have time to sit and read a book. Like, I just don't. So all mine is YouTube or podcast. Audible is awesome. So I'll tell myself, okay, I'm going to do 10 minutes. I'll do 10 minutes of something inspirational. And you know what? It changes your attitude, and it gets you inspired and gets you going. So even just that 10 minutes, or even like, I was having a really crappy day the other day. And so I just like called Laurel, and I was like, and I just told her, like, she like picked up the phone and I was like, I'm having a crappy day and you need to cheer me up. I was like, so I called you because I know you'll put me in a good mood. And so she inspired me just to like turn it around and get better. So reach out to your coach or a success partner, and get inspired daily that you can do this and you believe in yourself. Laurel, do you have anything to add on those 2 bullets?
Yeah, you pretty much, Antoinette, I think as soon as possible. Antoinette asked, when should we establish success partners? Shannon and I kind of like to refer to it as like a blind date, or it is kind of like dating, because you're just trying to find someone that you click with, that like Shannon and I, we're not on the same team at all. We have nothing to do with each other's income or anything. But we combined our teams together because we feel like we all just push each other together as a whole. So you can find someone who's not on your team at one point I had posted something in the Beachbody Challenge, like take the Beachbody Challenge group. I was trying to find a success partner, and it was kind of like a personal ad. And I wanted, I just said, I'm looking for someone to help push me. And the two people who ended up friend requesting me, we just didn't have the same goals, and it just didn't work out. And so, I guess, yeah, just, we try to partner people up too. I'm trying to think of what to say, like, just wait for the right person. Love will find you. No, Shannon and I, we can partner you guys up too, like, because we're signing coaches kind of at the same time. So as we sign coaches, we can, find people for you too.
Yeah,
and
I mean, like, it would be nice to have someone local.
Yeah.
And Antoinette, if you guys want to try to pair up and see, they tried hooking me up. You guys could see about, partnering up or whatever. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep moving here. You and Sonia talk about that later. Sorry. Cut you off, but
we keep getting off track.
You guys can date later, okay? You guys can flirt later. We have stuff to do. So remember that you're in the business to help others. You need to be confident in this. Laurel and I were just talking about this today, about how when you shift your perspective and kind of your approach to people, just to being more confident in what you have to offer. I know as a new coach, it's so easy to be like, oh, they're going to have a price objection, or, oh, this or that, or they're going to say this, or they're going to say that. People can sense that in you, and they're going to then not want to join you because they're going to be like, I don't know, she sounds, I don't know if I can really connect with this person. But if you're super confident in what you're offering and you just tell them straight up, like, hey, this is a great deal. You're getting, because it is, there's nothing better than Shakeology on the market right now. You're getting that, plus a workout program, plus a daily support group and a personal coach. And, you're not going to get that from a gym. You're not going to get that anywhere else. And not at that price. Be confident in that and show them the value in what you're offering. And then, you're going to show that you believe in yourself, and others are going to believe in you. So just being confident, and that takes time sometimes, but you just have to do it. And then, if nothing else, look back at your past accomplishments and remind yourself that you are someone who's successful and you can do this. And even if it's not Beachbody related, think about things in your life. Heck, if you just gave birth to a child, that's a huge accomplishment. Like, you pushed a human being out of your vagina. Like, that's so, like, hello, if you can do that, you can sell a challenge pack. So yeah.
One thing that one of the coaches that I met in a summit last year, she was, I think, a 4 or 5 star at the time. She said, because I was at Summit, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. Like, this is just, I don't know if I can hit Success Club 5 a lot. And she was saying, what if your child's like food depended on this? If this was the only thing you could do to put food on your child's table, would you sell that child or challenge pack? I'm like, well, yeah. And that's how people ask, how do you go in? How do you get Success Club 10 in the first 2 weeks or 5 in the first 2 weeks? You just go in with that mindset of like, you just go in and help people like your life depends on it, and that's just it, is you really have to, I know we sit here and we push Success Club, push, and then we're like, well, you jump in and you help people. But that's the thing is, if I ever would ask you to put Success Club aside for 1 minute, it would be when you're talking to the people. Yes, they do help push you in your Success Club goals in your business so that you can provide for your family and, fire your boss and do all the things that we talk about in our visions. But just go into it with helping people and being confident that what you have to offer is going to help them, because it will. You've seen it work. What you have to offer is amazing. And on top of that, never sell yourself short on what kind of a coach you are. Like I always really, you know, when I talk to people on the phone and I get down with them and tell them, get real with them and talk about their goals. And I always let them know how much I'm going to be there for them. And so don't, you know, sell yourself short on what an amazing coach you are, and let them know that, hey, I'm going to be here for you every step of the way. And be confident in that you're not going to let them down, because it's going to hold you accountable and them accountable. So
yeah,
that's that.
And then visualize your success. This is huge. You know, I'm very much a skeptic when it comes to some of this, like foo-foo, like, oh, visualize it, and, you know, like all that kind of stuff. But I can tell you, like, I'm becoming a true believer in this kind of stuff, that when you put yourself in that spot and you visualize it and you say, like, okay, you know, I'm going to be a top coach, or I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be that. And you actually put it on paper, or, you know, you can see it in your head, down to what you're going to be wearing, or what kind of house you're going to be in, and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's a game changer. So having, you know, a vision board, or even just sitting and writing down in a journal all the things that you're going to accomplish in your business, that's going to keep pushing you, so you know where you're headed. Okay, so don't stop. I feel like we should start singing Journey. Don't stop. He swears that. He's like, that's such a white person song. So every time I hear it, that's all I think. He's like, white people.
No, because I love that song. So no,
I'll let him know. Sorry. I get so off on tangent. Sorry. Okay. So consistency is key. And you're going to hear us say this like, oh my gosh, guys, shut up. I get it. I have to be consistent. But it's true. Like, your consistency is what's going to drive you in this business. And it is like, I can't even tell you that how paramount it is in your business to be consistent in your post every day, in your workouts, because you need to be the product of the product. So if you're not consistent in your healthy eating and in your workouts, then it's going to show. You know, you're going to want to have a different body 6 months from now than when you started. So be consistent in your own journey, and then be consistent on Facebook showing your journey, so that people know when they go to think, you know, when they start thinking like, hey, you know what, I want to lose 20 pounds for this wedding coming up, and they're scrolling through Facebook, they're going to go, oh, you know what, Sonia, she's been doing Beachbody and she had some great results. I think I'm going to go hit her up and see what she was doing. So you want to be that person that they think of when they're ready to take the next step. And I can tell you that this is huge. I have people who come to me every month who weren't even on my radar, but because I've been consistent in my business and in my posting, they come to me. Or people will see a healthy recipe and they tag me. You know, you want them to think of you when it comes to working out and eating healthy and that kind of stuff. Or Shakeology. I have people tag me in Shakeology recipes. You know, like, you want them to think of you. So the only way they're going to do that is by you being consistent. So that goes right along with never stop your vitals. I don't care, you know, how busy you are or whatever, get your vitals in every day. And I mean, we're all guilty of slipping up on this. So we just have to really, you know, it's just like we tell our challengers, if you miss a couple days, don't throw in the towel, just get right back up on the horse and start from where you are and keep going. And then even down to the last hour, y'all need to be pushing. So, you know, Claire just texted me and said, you know, she just hit Success Club 5. So, I mean, with hours to spare. And I know people who've hit it at 11:50 on the 31st, you know. So, Antoinette, I know you chimed in and said, I worry about posting too many gym selfies. Don't worry about that, because honestly, the way Facebook works is not everyone's going to see it. So, like, I really don't worry about it, because you're not at the gym 6 times a day, right? So the most you're going to be posting is like once, maybe twice a day, a picture of yourself working out. And I know you don't go to the gym every day. So even if you, like, every time you work out, you should do a post about it, because you're going to catch different people every time. And then like every day you should have at least one Beachbody related post. So whether that's a workout selfie, a Shakeology post, a challenge group invite. There's days where I'll do, 2 or 3 Beachbody posts that might be like sneaky posts, where it's like not right in your face Beachbody, but it's, health and fitness related. So like I did 2 in a row today where I did one talking about how excited I was about Shalene, Turbo Fire. And then after I did my workout, I posted a sweaty selfie talking about how awesome it is to have the personal trainer and it's a fraction of the cost and, all that stuff. So I did 2 back to back and it hit a totally different audience both times because I had different people commenting. So don't ever feel like you're overdoing it because you're going to have a different audience each time. And, but you definitely want to vary up your posts. So like they say, pick your like top 5 topics. So, think of like 5 things that define you and that you are passionate about and kind of, rotate through them. So like health and fitness should definitely be one of them if you're a Beachbody coach. And then you can throw in other things like I like to post about recipes. People love seeing your kids. So I always suggest if you have kids, post about your kids, post about your faith. If you're a faith person, you can talk about work. If you have a full-time job that you're really passionate about, like I like to post about teaching sometimes because my kids are hilarious and they'll do funny things, and so stuff like that. And find, if you're really into fashion or travel or whatever your thing is, if you're a big movie buff, whatever, and vary it up. But definitely at least once a day, you need to have a Beachbody my audio is terrible right now. Sorry if I miss a question or comment. Okay, you're fine. No worries. It's recorded. So anyways, so even down to the last hour, you need to push. Okay, again, I got off on a tangent. Okay, so how can we motivate you? So this was the question I posed to you at the beginning. I'm going to give you some ideas, and I just want you guys to kind of think about if any of these jump out to you as something you're like, oh yeah, I would really love it if Shannon and Laurel did that. So prizes, like this month we're doing the drawing for the $50. Recognition. So, the shout outs that we do, and we're going to kind of start pumping those up a little bit and moving them up a notch. Would you like to do some fun little push groups to help motivate you to Success Club? Would you like for us to personally reach out to you? Are you someone who needs that one-on-one attention? Or are you someone who really likes the idea of weekly goal setting and check-ins? And these are just a few that I came up with, but there's definitely all get-togethers. So Antoinette's an in-person person. So we can definitely do get-togethers. And that's a good one too. Like, I know for Super Saturday, if you're going to Super Saturday, that's always a fun time to do a get together, but we don't even have to wait for that. We can do, obviously earlier than that, but that's just at the end of the month. But if we want to do like once a month get togethers of some sort, let's see, I want to get together. That's awesome, guys, but my coaches all live in different states. So that's yeah, we did, Laurel and I did a celebration dinner. So that was a lot of fun. Antoinette, I like dinner. No dinner for you. Yeah, we can definitely do that kind of stuff. I know my upline coach, what she's doing is she did a push to diamond group, and anyone who hit diamond by Super Saturday, which is April 26th, because it's actually Sunday in Orlando, she is taking us out to dinner and paying for it. So that's something that we could set up too. We're starting a push to diamond group. So when we do our push to diamond group, we could set a date and say anyone who's made diamond by that date, we can take them out to dinner, and Laurel and I will pay for your dinner. Now, we probably won't take you out to Mark's because that's where we went, and that was pricey.
I broke the bank.
Deke was like, he opens up the menu and he's like tapping me. He's like, do you see these prices. I was like, yes, I know. But hey, we'll buy y'all Moe's, you know, I mean.
No, we'll take y'all somewhere nice. We'll do a diamond date.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it. We can set a diamond goal date, and anyone who makes diamond by then, we will treat y'all to dinner. And
so our push to diamond group starts tomorrow. So anybody who is has, what are we doing? Emerald or one coach under them, like super close to emeralds?
So who all wants to be in our Push to Diamond group? All of you?
Yeah.
Antoinette, good. Who else? I need to see some hands. Desiree, Rachel, yes. Okay, Rachel, good. Okay, Sonia, good. Desiree's in. I love it. Okay. We will get you guys all set up. That group opens tomorrow. And then what we'll do is we'll set a date for a Push to Diamond date, and then set up for dinner for anyone who makes it. And for my coaches, Claire and Bridget, my two like superstars. Of course, Claire lives in California and Bridget lives in Indiana, so maybe they can do like a virtual dinner date with us, and I'll send them a gift card. Oh, poor them. They're gonna miss out. But yeah. Okay, cool. So
we'll take you guys out to dinner soon, because pretty soon we're all going to the top anyway. We'll be able to fly you out here and take you to dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll fly them out. But yeah, we'll definitely do that. And then, we'll do other get-togethers, to do other stuff. I know Laurel and I were talking about having a group get together and do vision boards.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
A lot of fun.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, I don't want to keep you guys too late. I know we're like, let me stop sharing my screen so you guys don't have to look at all my crap.
I just got the email for the challenge packs for April, if you guys want to hear those real quick.
Yes, please.
They have the PIO and Shakeology is 140. The PIO Kickstart, so that is the PIO with Shakeology and with the 3-day refresh, and that is going to be 180. P90X3 and Shakeo is 160, and then the Ultimate Reset is on sale for 275.
Ooh. And
I've been thinking about doing that one for a while. And if you hit Success Club this month, then you earn a Shailene Johnson bobblehead, so you can
add to your collection.
I was gonna say we can add to the collection.
Deke saw my Autumn bobblehead on the counter, and he's like, "Is this you?" I was like, "What? No."
I haven't gotten mine yet. Where's my bobblehead?
It'll be here. So is on demand's not on sale again?
No. So what is that, 160 now?
I don't know.
I think it's 160.
You don't think, maybe is it always 140 since it's like 40? Because usually it's whatever the program is plus $100 for a challenge pack, and the club membership's like $40. So to be a challenge pack, if you're doing that math, 40 plus 100 would be 140. Do you think it's always 140?
We'll have to look it up in the FAQ.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. So PIO Kickstart, P90X3. If you guys have never done the Ultimate Reset, I highly recommend it. I know it's expensive, but it is so worth it. I did it over Christmas, like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it totally changed my body, changed how I ate, and I had some amazing results. So, Laurel, you need to do it.
I know.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, Desiree, you might be right. It might just be that they say it's a promotion to get everyone hyped up. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for telling us all about that, Laurel.
Sure.
is just demand still $10.
It comes out to like 12 something a month.
Yeah, because I think it's like I never know how much it is.
I think it's
$2.99 a week. So whatever that.
Yeah, it's like $12 a month.
Yeah. And then they charge it quarterly. So it's like almost $40 a quarter.
Yeah.
That's how it comes out to being charged. So I got to see what the challenge pack price is still. But I'm thinking it's still going to be $140. And so what I've been telling people too is anyone who just wants Shakeology, or say like I had someone who already had the 21-day fix, but they needed Shakeology, I have them sign up with an on-demand challenge pack, because it really ends up being the same price or even less than just buying Shakeology. Because when you buy just Shakeology by itself, they charge like a ridiculous amount of money for shipping. Where if you do the challenge pack, you get $2 shipping. Plus they would get the 3 months of on demand. So I just kind of build it up as like, you're getting it at a discounted price and you get like way more for your money. So it's worth it, you know, and they get to try a bunch of different stuff. Oh, hey, Sheila, we're wrapping up. So you guys have to watch the recording. Sorry. But so anyways, so yeah, that's what I recommend is for anyone who's looking at just Shakeology, go ahead and have them sign up with the on-demand challenge pack, because that also gets you 2 Success Club points instead of just 1. I did that and my Success Club points aren't showing up yet. Yeah, I think
will.
Talk to Coach Relations though, and they verified it. Okay, that's all you need then. Just check. You can check in your back office where it says like Success Club qualifications. Like check tomorrow, and you can check for March and see what it says, and it should be updated. And then if not, just call them and like keep on them until they change it. But you should be good. Okie dokie. Well, everyone, thank you so much for taking time out of your night. Laurel, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Well, it's the beginning of the month tomorrow, you guys. That means you have 30 whole days to make it happen. I say go in like hell, take care of, you know, your Success Club goals first, recruit all through the first 2 weeks, and then I love April too. And then yeah, just go ahead. Then you've got, you know, your next 2 weeks to do your push goal. So
yeah. And we'll be posting the month schedule. I'll post that when we get off the call, so you guys all know what to start promoting for. Our clean eating group will start on Monday. So let's pack that full of people. So start promoting the clean eating group. I'll post the full schedule in the group on the Miracle Finders homepage so you guys can see it. And don't forget the Push to Diamond group opens tomorrow. So you guys have a lot to get busy with in April. Woohoo! Yay! I think we're way more excited. Okay. Well, okay. I keep telling you guys I'm going to let you go, so I'm really going to let you go this time. So have a good night, and we will talk to you guys later. Don't stop till you find your miracle. Bye.